these shot speakers in her 2002 Neon.
Driver,
Sorry to hear that.
your car.
That aesthetic, though.
Right.
Welcome
God,
I pulled out
everybody
of the
to
trailer park.
the Bristol Spring Race 2020.
Wait. Tony, if you're going to do this right.
This is extra 41.5 The Deuce. Live at the Bristol Motor Speedway Worldwide Center of Racing. We have just completed the Steven Spock Bonfire Hour. Many pictures of Steven Spock and figurines have been thrown into the fire by Craig Lee fans and Zach Michael fans alike. We are getting ready for an epic showdown of champions. And we are ready for the starting lineup. On the pole, number 138, first pole of the season, Ryan Heuser. Second, Alex Krapser comes into this race 16th in points, needs to step up his game and avoid those DNFs. Third, Mr. Winless, Scott Jackson in the 8-up machine. Fourth, Tony Pizarro, still aching with rib injuries and has been cleared by doctors to race one more time after the concussion. Tony Pizarro. Sixth, Matt Raboyne, highest driver in points not to record a top 10. Fifth, Donald Stewart in the tracker boat, still trying to get inside the top 30 in points. Seventh, Rick Jackson, coming off of another strong performance, up to 12th in points. And eighth, Jimmy Stevens in the Ampio Mobile. He's had a pretty bad season so far. 10th, Kevin Corbett, one of the best qualifying runs of his career. Looking for a strong show in the number 46 machine. And alongside, rookie Mark Murphy, one of his best qualifying efforts of the season. 12th, Johnny Reed Foley comes in 7th in points, looking to start another hot streak. And 11th, Alan Nesvetter. 14th, winner of 2 weeks ago, almost won last week as well, Mr. Craig Lee, hottest driver on the circuit. 13th, John Batista in the Lucas Hauling Valvoline Max, number 39.
It's Max Life, not Valvoline Max.
Max Life. 15th, in the Zigzag PHR, number 14. Two-time Daytona 500 winner, John Tharp. 16th, his teammate, William Tex Perry. 18th, Adam Krapser. Comes in 15th in the points. And then Mr. Bill Werkheiser in the Piper Cherokee 6 mobile. Then Matthew Dominique, Ben Gear, Zach Miller, Dalton Lucas, Jonathan Scrabix, Christian Torres, Mark Guthrie made the show. And Scott Drake makes the show in the Edge number 9. Brandon Rains makes it in. Zach Michael starting towards the back of the field. Rookie Jack Painter. Dave Butterworth. Rob Scarberry. 35th in points coming in. Needs a good run to stay in the next shows. Randy Dobbins. There we go. Diet Dr. Kelp. Philip Parker makes the show. Dale Rosendahl. Tony Long. Dave Miller. Tim McDonald starting way in the back. Michael Henson. Dan Allstate Johnson. Scott Deutsch. Ken Pettit and Aaron Cummings.
Wow, that grid was actually timed well. Why is that lane not moving? Zach Miller with trouble, huh?
Gentlemen, start your engines. One of the cars did not start their engines.
Well, that's a paddling.
Matthew Dominique comes into this race 8th in points. And looks like he's having ignition trouble. Cannot start the car.
This car started and moved. It looks like he just got bored.
I think that might have been the starter that moved it. I think it might be a transmission issue.
This ain't no MVP Baseball 2005.
This looks more like MVP Baseball 2006.
Wow.
Was there even an MVP Baseball that year?
Oh, 2005 was the last one.
We're gonna go green without Matthew Dominique. Green flag. Green flag is out.
Why is the entire outside line in the wall?
What version of Bristol is this?
Bristol 2019.
Does
Looks
it have
quite
quick-
good.
Does it have the Colossus? Yes, it does.
Here we go, green flag, boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys!
Thank you, DW. You're only a lap and a half behind.
Grand Danica.
Go racing, you bunch of hot dogs.
That's the wrong short track.
Holy shit, what a run he got off that corner.
Tim, it's NASCAR all the time.
No,
Bristol, Daytona, Riverside, it's all the
Unit
same.
had his way.
NASCAR tracks should be like football fields. They're all the same dimensions.
I can't wait for the Atlanta Falcons to reconfigure their track into a quad track.
Oh, good, I'm having problems.
What did you do, Zach?
That's fine, I guess. Oh, we got wrecked coming. Oh, what the fuck?
Is that to the start? Or was that? No, that was
I
last
thought
time.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking tacked.
Got dumped by the rookie.
Gotta love AI on add-on tracks.
You know what's gonna be really great? When he's right in front of the leader when the whole field wrecks and still loses his lap.
Guess lap 3 is a good time to start dumping people.
Yeah, I mean,
37 laps to go.
At least when I do that, it's the last lap and I lift.
Spears, you've been opening your mic up?
He's gone deaf.
Or mute, we're not sure which.
And he is dead.
Also, Steven Spears did not make the show again.
Oh my goodness.
They instead burned him in the parking lot.
You should do like a mini AI race with like all the drivers that aren't locked in to determine who gets in.
It's not a bad idea.
You mean
That would be
LCQ?
pretty fun.
I feel like I proposed something similar a few weeks ago and Tony said it was a terrible idea.
Hey, it's a different day, different mentality.
Mr. Spears, we can hear you.
Why is the number on top of Kevin's car facing the wrong way?
We've been through this.
And it's like way off to one side.
I sent Tony a new car, but he must have ignored it.
I've never seen it. In fact, I don't have Brad's new car either.
I'm pretty sure it's in the file browser there,
I
Tony.
need to get rid of this ARCA car, Tony. That's why I'm not qualified.
Arca, it's an ASA car at best.
Tim, you know I can't download off of the file browser 3/4 of the time.
Did you even try?
I didn't, but I didn't.
Decided.
I figured you'd send it to me differently, because you knew that.
Alright, I will print it off and mail it to you.
Thank you, sir.
And you have to scan it. It'll be the second scanned M4 car of all time.
I'll paste it onto
Wait,
my
what was the
computer
first?
screen and pretend it's on the track.
I had that M4 car ages and ages and ages ago that I printed off the template and then I did some drawing with colored pencils and pens and stuff and I added numbers to one of those and raced it for a little while.
I can only imagine that looked like crap.
It actually looked pretty good. Bitch.
Just saying, that doesn't sound like a success.
No, it came out pretty well. I only painted one side and I mirrored it, but it looked pretty good. It had better curves than you usually get out of it. Tony's game, sorry. Get your full link copied to clipboard, pasting it so Tony has no excuse.
38 car. Way
Thank
up
you,
the
sir.
ranking.
Yeah, Spears' mic is just sort of hung, isn't it?
Just like me.
Oh, Kevin, nice try.
That's not what your ex-boyfriend said.
But she was his girlfriend at the time.
Right.
See, that PJ1 is really making a difference.
No.
Zach, I do believe JD's comment was sarcastic. Just a hunch.
I can't wait for NASCAR to fuck the fucking cars so badly they have to apply PJ1 on the road courses.
Don't give them...
And now we're using the outside at the carousel at Sonoma.
Yay!
That would be bananas.
No, that's their next idea, is Mario Kart power-ups.
Get a 5-second lead, blue shell.
If you get a mushroom, you can cut the inner loop.
You know what it unleashes this catch where push to pass button shows up and you hit that and you just hold on to it down the straightaway?
Well, we'd have to go to hyperdrive trains for push to pass to make a lot of sense.
Well, they're doing that, so...
Eventually, yes. I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Actually, some of you jump on the release will be now. I don't believe I saw anything with that, but I think it was...
That's the way I read the geography article. It may be that it was not written very clearly. It would not surprise me. So how long before Zach gets the top so he can be lapped? Like, he needs to yell it bad.
He needs it right now.
Well, you can't apparently make up 5 laps, but... I tell you what, this is a damn good looking version of Bristol. I'm not completely sold on how well it races yet, but it looks good.
Really bad.
So, do they sell Pindy's products in this country?
They do, but I haven't
Okay. No, that did remind me of the thing that I really should consider buying on Amazon, which is box mix for N.O.R.L bars.
What?
Kevin, do yourself a favor and look up N.O.R.L bars.
All I was I don't know the city.
Like the city in Canada of Nanaimo.
Yeah.
You start typing it in Google, don't you, man? The Nanaimo.
Okay, let me just punch it up for a minute. Oh god, it's pulling.
I think you have spelled something wrong. However, if you can find a pornographic dessert, you're more than welcome to try it.
That's just another video. No, yeah, no, try. Meanwhile,
I just say, we got more dogs and shit. Oh, seriously. It's Tony to the lead. Oh, he's got me in here.
Tony and Ryan leading.
I'm still kind of frustrated by the car running fifth.
yeah.
And Foley's in the top 10. That hasn't killed anybody like he did a Rocky here. Well, Foley's no longer in the top 10. Okay, Kevin is moving up through the top 9. Look at you, those ratings, Tony.
Tony's looking.
Frankly, Tony looking on the inside probably might be what it takes to push you to the outside to pass Zach.
Zach's doing a whale of a job hanging on.
He's out there screaming, there's debris everywhere!
Yes. It's his own debris.
Matthew Dominique going to the outside.
He is the debris.
Gary Willis goes flying out the window.
Wait a minute, I thought that was National Line.
Matthew Dominique has not gone back on the track.
Zach,
My fault.
I get them confused. They are both driving Vipers as well, so that does not help.
And don't you technically have to start the race to earn points?
No.
He's technically classified right now on the stand.
Oh, he's still passing me.
But yeah, no. I think it's
For a second.
I think I'm just holding up the inside line so much. Oh, is there a problem?
If there was, it didn't draw yellow.
Even
Ladies,
Spears, we cannot hear
is so
you.
slow.
Well, the bottom line gets really checked up off the corner.
Can't hear you, Spears. Speak up.
I don't think he's trying to talk. If he is, it's not working.
It's not gone well.
You have a drop here that would have worked better.
Well, it's not going to be good.
There you go.
Did you communicate in Morse code?
Although, Kevin, it wouldn't be bad to have the any version of the Top Gear. That's not gone well.
Why are you running the bottom at Bristol?
Why is he slow all of a sudden?
Because he was on.
I just got passed like I was sitting still.
Were. Come on, caution.
I'm calling it now. You're going to sit there until caution comes out.
he just brings all the speed.
Base car lose a lap.
Thumbs up with the bottom of the racetrack there, because like whoever gets stuck down there just like smashes on the brakes.
Yeah, they don't accelerate off the corner because they're not clear up. Like the actual cup drivers in iRacing who just apparently decide to clear themselves up the track.
Track may look good, but I'm not so sure about the quality of its AI abilities.
I mean, I've seen worse results, to be honest.
Yes.
Much worse.
Should have ran SPT07.
I think Kevin's already broken his own record for most laps left in a race.
Tony, he led a lap. Wasn't that his record?
No. Oh. Oh no.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're done.
At least Steven Spock can't guarantee this win.
I guarantee he's going to pit.
Zach to the pit road. I wish we had a outboard camera to see.
If I retire right here.
Right side's up. We can put on tires on the right side.
This is a scheduled stop.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, I can go like another 100 laps
I
on
think
fuel.
the damage might be part of
Left
this.
side's going on.
Well, we will have to observe the replay analyzer.
Yeah, there's something wrong. They're working on it. There it goes. It's a little better on the fender. This is what, 3-4 laps you just lost?
At least. But, should the field go to green flag pit stops, this may prove an advantage.
Apparently, we use both pit roads every right here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal.
Oh, Zach.
I think that's 6 laps.
You went from being, I think, barely 3 laps down to just flat out 3 laps down.
Where am I currently on the racetrack in relation to everyone else?
Fucked.
Yeah.
You're racing Scott Deutsch.
It's so
Beautiful.
fucked.
Whoa.
Tim and JB are not having a good night so far.
Well, see, in order for Kevin to be leading, somebody has to not be leading.
I'm gonna point out, I've climbed, I think, 10 spots or more, a lot more than that. Didn't I start like 40th?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Taking
And you're 23rd.
We just need time and then a yellow to get us all bunched back up and we'll be fine.
Ooh, 51 peeking on the inside.
I think it's gonna help the 39 by forcing him to the outside.
That Texan bird? Where the hell did Speedy come from? Why are cars on the bottom so slow?
From the land of Ampio.
I'm very confused why Jim's ratings seem to be so good.
He's had a horrible
Yeah,
season
I'm
so
confused,
far.
Tony.
He's like 30th in points.
He keeps running at the front, then getting fucked.
Tony, we're gonna have to get a copy of these car files for review after the race. Thank you.
Okay, I'll gladly do that.
I just wish there was a way for the replay analyzer to let you, like, point it to an export folder and rate based on exports.
There's a ratings calculator.
Yeah, but that requires me to do math, Zach.
No?
Actually, that requires
Tim,
Tony
you
to
know
do
you're better at that than me.
Well, I mean, that doesn't say much, to be honest, Kevin.
I also seem to remember Speedy being pretty good at shooting rounds.
I remember him occasionally fluking into a shootout series win because he started at the front.
Fluting into a what?
Yep, he turned into Doug Flutie, and,
Booty flakes.
yeah, then he flaked. Just like my scalp.
And here comes Mr. Miller in a second.
Zach Miller up to second.
He's gonna grab that 46 car, dunk it in milk, and leave it behind.
Auto Value Motorsports, 1-2.
We can definitely see which car we put more money and resources into.
Well, I'll be honest, the numbers on both are kind of abortions.
At least
Just
one
like
doesn't have
the Golden
numbers.
Saints.
At least one doesn't have names or words cut off on the back bumper.
I love how it's the same car, but it's the Buccaneers number.
What? I don't think they were using those numbers in whatever year that was. However, Tony, at least your numbers make sense.
Thank you, Tim.
I'm not sure how to take that.
What doesn't make sense is the number 12 Goodwrench Ford.
Well, unfortunately, that does not run an extravaganza.
What really doesn't make sense is how people are pulling to the inside and hitting the brakes.
Yeah, they don't get into the corner either, do they?
No, like, see, look at that. Miller just drove around him like he was sitting still.
It's called give and take.
Yeah, okay, let me know when that's still happening, which one to go. Look at that PJ1 is having an anti-effect. There, and bye, Kevin. Thanks for joining.
Kevin, that was awesome.
Here comes the back of the field. By the way, Tony, why are we watching the scoring for 24th to 33rd?
Oh, my bad.
Well, we're trying to keep an eye on the cars that we're not watching.
That is a good way to look at it.
Yeah, see? There you go.
Like, Tim, you're up to 22nd.
Tony, what you need to do is get a like an auto key presser that every 10 seconds pushes down, and then after it does that like 4 times, it pushes up 4 times, so it just cycles through the scoring.
It's not a bad idea if we can get that.
It's probably a bad idea because I bet you that key'll do something else if you're clicked into something.
Poor boy just starts freaking out.
Game just starts crashing every time.
Oh, Miller!
Oh, I hear background noise downstairs.
I hear background noise out of Tony when I rewatch this on YouTube. I hear a lot of creaky doors. You might need some WD-40 for the chick.
My house is haunted. Ooh.
By a door. Woo!
Oh, that's a bad noise.
Now get off the ghost of the bus that ran him over. And then across the street without looking both ways because he's already dead.
Ah.
And here, rounding up the back of the field.
That's actually a line I use a lot, but because he's already dead. Most people don't have any idea what it's from. Yeah, some of these guys have not moved forward at all.
I thought John Tharp and Dave Miller would do a lot better.
Oh, Tharp really slow on the bottom.
Yeah, the leaders are coming, and this will get interesting.
Your louder static out of Spears.
Spears, I think your mic is junk, bro.
Have you tried pulling it in?
I say put a fork in it, it's done, but then you'll probably electrocute yourself. And then somebody's got to put a fork in Spears because he'll be done.
That's not how electrocution works, Kevin.
pace car, though. Doesn't seem much action to it.
It's really a shame that 2003 doesn't ignore the pace car under green flag conditions when you're cycling through cars.
That's the second time I've hit him.
iRacing doesn't do it.
Hit the pace car! Whoa! Hit the Kevin! Was that Boomhauer talking into his hand?
It sounded like Kenny, but southern.
Still Boomhauer?
My onboard microphone is faulty.
That's what these
You
spears
can afford one of those?
Why do you think it sucks? I bought it up like someone to sell it on the way here.
So we've caught the back of the field, so we actually see how this sorts out.
Probably the same way it went with me.
Right.
I think Alan won one of the Bristol races last year. Now he's a lap down already.
Like I said, I don't think he's winning this one. You know what really bothers me? You know what really bothers me looking at that two car?
The face of the driver?
No, I mean, that was a terrible choice. The fact that instead of painting around the edges of the hood, he's just used the parts of the template leaving these weird jagged lines.
He's too busy trying to bring it back and forth, remember? They were engaged there.
How'd that go, Mark?
Not very well.
Speaking of things that aren't going well, passing more of these lap cars is not going well either. Didn't the 32 start the back half of the field himself?
I don't think he was back half of the field. But it's amazing that he's 10th. That's 3 good race cars that are down the lap already.
Well, usually he always
Oh!
Who's that on the apron? Why am I on the apron? What's happening? Why am I kidding? What is happening?
Oh no.
Tim McDonald coming into pit.
It's probably 30 laps too early for that.
I just saw Kevin hit the wall and then I saw you on the bottom.
And what happened to me here?
I bet you the AI freaked out for a car slowing to pit and everybody jumped into the wall.
Oh no. Man, you had a great several weeks and it's not looking too good now.
He's just sitting there. I think
it's dead, boys. What facilitated that?
Alright, what happened to me there?
Yeah, no, I just went to the pits like nothing was going on. That's weird.
Perhaps you exploded a tire?
Yeah, that's weird. When we see more and more cars do that, then I'll figure out that it's something with the track, but yeah, that's bizarre. Yeah, you just hit the wall for some reason. I don't think that was even related to anything else, like, you just got into the grade and hit the wall.
Not going well for me suddenly.
Well, you didn't lose a spot.
Yeah, I think you're still like second, so... Well, now you're not.
Yeah, now I'm not. Left traffic.
Pretty much every, like the bottom 6 are really good cars. It's amazing.
Damn lap cars. Is there another car in the pits there, or we just jumped back so far that it's still during my pit stop?
I think it's still during your pit stop. Because you just went a 3rd lap down, but I think that's it. Just came out of the pits.
Yeah, that's weird. I thought we had gotten a little further back up than that. That means I'm actually 4 laps down at this point.
Yep. Now, if it cycles through, you might only be one. It's asking for a lot of luck.
I mean, Ricky got 5 laps at Darlington, so...
That's true.
And odds are at some point there's going to be a wreck that collects about 35 cars, so...
It's all about being patient. Tim McDonald is King Patience.
That's a terrible nickname.
Damn, I tried to go on your island yesterday and realized I had to pay a subscription to go online.
You didn't know that already?
No, and that's bullshit.
That's literally how every single thing in this world works these days, JP.
I gotta side with JB, that is bullshit, though.
That a console game requires a online subscription to actually use the online features?
Bullshit.
For each individual game? Yes.
No. It's for every
Commonplace,
game.
but it's bullshit.
It's not individual to the game, Kevin. It's
Okay, JB made it sound like it was individual game. I was like, that is stupid.
No, that's EA kind of shit there. You didn't buy the online pass for Madden, so go suck my dick!
I just got my house today.
Man, you're making slow progress in that game.
Dude, I just bought it like a week ago.
JB, I had a house on the first full day.
I only play like an hour a day.
The house doesn't cost much.
The whole egg thing is pissing me off though.
In what way?
There's too many of them.
Oh, there absolutely are. I'm looking forward to the whole egg thing being over because it's really annoying to go fishing and catch nothing but eggs.
No shit.
However, you can then craft them into things you can go sell for money, so I guess there's that.
That's what I did. I crafted all the thunder shit using all my eggs and sold it all. I think I made like 25 to 30k.
Yeah, that's not bad. I usually, like, the first one I make, I, like, first thing in the morning will give one to one of the villagers because they always like to get stuff first thing in the morning, and so they'll sometimes give me something that's worth more. And even if they don't, it increases the odds that that villager's just gonna randomly give me shit later, so... You know, builds a relationship with the villagers. Kevin, welcome to Get Fucked. I think that's where you are now.
I think so.
Kevin's
sent
doing
any
okay.
mail?
Still in the top 10.
He's going the wrong way now, though. Would you ask, JD?
Have you sent any mail?
No, I haven't done that yet.
I don't know what it does.
I'm not sure either. It wasn't something I ever used much in any of the games, frankly. It never really seemed to have any reward.
This stuffed crust is fantastic.
Is that Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
No, it's stuffed crust from Domino's, Tony.
We're like the only people who don't have stuffed crust.
Pizza Hut, I think, is the only place that actually has it, because they have a trademark on it.
Papa John's?
Papa John's does not have a stuffed crust pizza.
Bullshit!
They don't.
Yes, they do.
Tim, just because they don't call it that doesn't mean that's not what it is.
I've never seen any sort of cheese in the crust at Papa John's. There seems cheese on the crust, but not in it.
My local pizzeria really even do it.
Your local pizzeria is probably gonna get sued. They're all selling out Papa John's.
Jimmy Stevens back up front.
Okay, apparently they don't have it anymore, but they did have it.
Did you say so, Jamie? I've never seen
I'm looking at
it.
pictures.
And Rick's in the pits. Is he blown up? I couldn't tell if that was smoke or another weird effect.
Oh no.
Well, that's probably gonna take longer to fix than whatever the fuck was wrong with my car, right?
I swear every good car in the race has had a problem so far.
Meanwhile, the turd cars.
Except Kevin. So much for his comeback effort this season.
He used all the comeback in Darlington.
He did what on his back?
I'm just gonna say it, Tony. It looks like they're going too fast in the pit lane.
They pretty much have to prevent from going a lap down. I think that's over for Rick. If he gets back on the track, it's going to be very bad.
The fact that he hasn't disappeared indicates he's going back on track at some point.
It's kind of scary, yeah. Or he'll just sit there the whole race.
And there goes Rick back on track, 100 horsepower down, doing 90 miles an hour the whole lap.
We've already got only 32 cars on the lead lap.
Field.
I wonder how long they can go.
Not much longer.
I don't even remember a race where they had a fuel run.
There hasn't been a fuel run. Spears and Static has been longer. There's been a fuel run race in Bristol, I think, in 10 years, but...
Whoa!
Did Kevin hit the wall again? Well, he tried to. It's Foley's fault, though.
Dude, Kevin's coming back.
Shoot his face.
JRF and Auto Value Motorsports, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Jeez, I don't know what's wrong with Spears' mic. It's pretty sad, though. It's an F's and Jeff for Steven Spears, please.
My name is Jeff.
Maybe that's his way of saying Steven Spock's mic's been muted.
I suspect you're incorrect there, Tony.
Spock is dead.
There we go.
It only took us an hour
into
to
the
figure that
bonfire.
out.
Do what?
You've been making static noises the whole race.
Oh, really? Because I was playing Madden, I was probably hitting my push-to-talk key and I was on the phone with my dad.
What are you eating?
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
What flavor?
Peanut butter.
Fucking milk chocolate.
Strawberry.
Cheese!
Oh,
I don't fuck with the vanilla Reese's Cup.
cheese cup.
With the delicious savory nacho cheese?
So that's just disgusting. Does Larry Mack have our fuel run prediction here?
Yeah, guys, the last fuel run at Bristol came about 6 years ago to Extravaganza. We ran 275 laps, and they pit on lap 125.
Oh, I thought you meant the whole run was 200. Look at Rob in 5th.
Now, I know he started back there today.
Have they not pit yet?
Not
A
yet.
few unfortunate souls.
Contact!
Whoa!
So is my driver.
What is
They
coming?
should be getting ready to pit. I was actually serious about the fuel run. It's 125 to 125.
Kevin was in the window, so...
I don't know. I think this might be unscheduled.
Why's he
We've
going so
gone
fast?
121 laps, Tony. This has got to be in the window.
122.
Yeah, guys, I think he may have entered the wrong pit road.
I
you
think
can
you may
both.
not know where the pit road rally is.
I've never made it this far in a race before.
Guys,
Yay!
Rob Scarberry's on board. What?
We're gonna need your pit here, Rob. We're gonna need your pit the next 2 laps. 2 laps.
What?
Tony, how How did you do that?
Can't do that.
Kevin is exiting. See, I actually was right. 125.
Dude, Steven Spock is dead on tonight.
Opposed to what he was gonna be, just dead.
I guess that wasn't on schedule.
Someone's gonna get wiped out.
Someone's a gonna.
Gonna get wiped out. Wiped out. Don't know what that song was.
Yeah, guys, looks like Matt Reborn's gonna take 4 tires of fuel here at this juncture.
Speed limit like 89 because of the dual pit roof.
Tony decided they were going too slow. There was laps under yellow flag pit stop, so he made it faster. I think I would have loved to find some pace car 5, but you know, extravaganza got an extravaganza, you know.
I can't believe Philip Parker made this race and Steven Spears didn't.
Top 5.
I think the 65 team is gonna either retire or start their own team.
I mean, they're gonna get someone killed on pit road.
I can't wait for when the new car comes. We have to get a new sound effect for that.
Just a singular.
I think it'll be a little more bass, more like those guns they use for IMSA or IndyCar. Like,
I think you're stalling. Wow. They made it off
John Tharp is our leader.
Yeah, guys, John Tharp, his crew told me that the PH car cars can extend their fuel mileage.
Holy crap. If there's a caution now, that's gonna be horrible.
Dude, that would be so bad. Almost as bad as guaranteeing a race winner with over 300 laps left.
In place. Now it's a push towards you.
Alright, that's gonna make Zach Miller our leader.
you just playing 2003 sound effects now?
Yeah.
Mark Guthrie, who is in 10th, is now about to go 1 lap down due to very bad pit stop personnel.
You guys know what old Spock needs? Oreos and milk. Find out next week on Brad Capers' Halfway segment.
Their time to shine.
Yeah, it is. It's a little more bass in the IndyCar.
Jack Painter's like, give me my lap back, bitch.
I know those IMSA ones sometimes are a little more rattly.
Jack Painter knows that Zach Michael is coming to get him. Zach Michael back down to just 1 lap down. Tim McDonald now 2 laps down.
We need a few yellows.
Yes.
Yeah, guys, that changed the Volkswagen. It's not going well.
I don't think any of the problems have been related to the Volkswagen, to be honest.
Well,
Yeah,
of course
it's
the driver is going to say that.
It's Germany, so we just blame it on the Germans. It's been that way since 1919.
Kevin's still in 3rd.
Man, look at that Torres guy running 7th, cruising around, having himself a good day.
On a computer? So Spears, I was trying to ask you earlier when you were AFK, have you tried any of this multiplayer Skyrim mod for PC?
Oh, did it finally release? And no.
Yeah, I think it's been out for a while and they've been slowly improving it.
I don't have anybody to play with, so.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem, isn't it?
I was gonna ask my brother. I was gonna tell him that I wanted to try it out with somebody I know, so. Kind of interesting.
Well, there's some weird irony in this tweet from the Orange Cone. Given the discussions we were having earlier.
AI Extravaganza Cup Series Rookie of the Year is running 6th.
Apparently, the Tigers at the Bronx Zoo has the coronavirus.
They call Joe Bob.
Joe Exotic, baby.
I haven't watched that.
Neither.
Well, that's an interesting image.
A lot of food sponsors in this field. We got Little Caesars, NOS Energy,
Caterpillar.
UNOH meal plans.
By the way, some of the Bristol walls here say UNOH on it.
Yes, because we sponsor racetracks. We also sponsor Kentucky. And like the pit entrance at Daytona. Yeah, Jim, we're in the process of painting UNOH over the entire state of Kentucky.
Be an improvement, some would argue.
I'm sure you've got a few billboards at Eldora.
Yeah. We're all over the place. We're taking over the world.
UNOH is taking over the world! Our world!
Ah!
Where's the number 9 car so we can wreck Miller?
I think UNOH and Donald Trump are in a bidding war for sponsorship rights of the planet Earth.
Meanwhile, why is it so expensive to go here?
Yes, welcome to Trump Resorts Earth. Trump Earth. Welcome to Trump.
Welcome to Trump.
Move this 29 out of the goddamn way.
Oh, your hole.
At least you have ears.
So we just did 155 laps in 49 minutes.
Yeah, should have been able to do that.
And it took us 2.5 hours to do 150 laps.
Not sure if you're referencing today's race or Delta's. They were both equally terrible.
Delta only took us it took us 40 minutes to get to 100 and then 40 minutes to get to like 80, and then the whole race only took like an hour and a half. It just felt super long because of the cautions.
Stop, go, stop, go, stop, go.
Stop me, somebody stop me.
Like, if we could have gone green in that race for like 15 minutes,
I would have gotten another hour of sleep.
yeah,
Would have been the whole race.
pretty much. That's why I find it concerning there's so many short tracks on our schedule next season. I get we're following the Cup schedule, but like...
What
I don't
Cup
know.
schedule?
Like, why are they running Nashville Fairgrounds? Like, the Cup didn't even run that in the 80s. If anything, they should go run...
They did.
They did. They definitely did.
Aero 88
They definitely ran the fairgrounds in the 80s.
in 88.
Well, that's not what you said, Zach.
That's what I intended to say, because we're running the Aero 88 mod.
only reason we're running the 88 is because it's the only 80s mod.
That's not true.
What is the other Cup 80s mod?
Shouldn't be getting lapped.
The last time Cup ran into Nashville was 84, for those that were curious.
Yes.
So the majority of the 80s, they did not run it.
However, Bush ran there in 88. They used basically the same cars.
What's that?
Not in 88.
Am I getting
They're
lapped?
basically the same bodies in 88.
No.
You are
But you're right,
currently in 23rd.
Never mind.
They're in like Buick Sabres with V6 engines.
I had no idea what position Ryan was in.
I think you're a couple of seconds ahead of the leader with Ryan.
Maybe I'm thinking of the ARC race I was watching. I was like, oh yeah, it's basically the same car.
Yeah, Ark is definitely more like it. Winston West as well.
Nobody's heard of the Winston West. I like that ARCA ran Nashville in 1992 and then didn't come back until 2015.
Yeah, fuck that track.
It's a great track.
It is.
We need it on iRacing immediately.
They're working on it.
I said immediately. Immediately. Yeah, apparently it sounds like we pretty much confirmed North Wilkesboro for the June build.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tim, last week, where were you?
Probably at work when they put out that tweet.
I told you about it.
I didn't see it.
You're like, what's your source? And I'm like, NASCAR and NBC.
Yeah, but I saw an actual tweet from iRacing about it this week.
Oh.
Because the article from NBC Sports is incredible.
To be honest, NBC Sports is wrong frequently. Like that time they were going on and on about how we were going to get a green light checker in the IndyCar race at Pocono. It's like, guys? I'm pretty sure I would have remembered when they changed that rule.
I didn't watch the IndyCar race. Was it any good?
This is the extravaganza races are frankly the only races I've been in.
Oh no!
Did Zach Miller just blow up?
Oh my god.
Kill the guy.
And they're still wrecking.
What is Scott Deutsch doing?
Wow.
I hope that Brandon Raines either breaks his back or gets fired.
Did Miller take the yellow?
I don't know. He was too busy crashing the tail.
The whole field stacked up behind him trying to avoid that.
Jesus.
There they go.
Didn't take the yellow, and a bunch of people are getting a lap
Oh, boy.
right now.
The AI will let them by.
I think some of these guys are gonna get stuck down the pace car. I think we're gonna have 10 cars in the lead lap.
These guys are going to be on the tail end of the lead lap. Ooh, that's not a good idea.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, a bunch of people just got fucked because
There goes Tim. There goes me. Into the wall. Kevin into the wall.
No, everybody's gonna pass them. I'm telling you. I've done it.
Sometimes they won't pass the pace car. Yeah,
Like right there.
Yeah.
That treats the pace car as a
It's
car.
because Torres, he's gonna pit.
Yeah, and screw everybody behind him who's gonna, well, no, what is going on? You can't
The
pick
AI
the
treats the pace car as a car, so that it's not going to drive through it. That's why you're going to see him stop again.
Yeah, a lot of them are gonna pass him. They're all gonna pass him eventually.
Not if they pit here, like, yeah, these guys are all gonna lose a lap pitting.
Oh god.
Alright, we're back in it.
Nice going, Tony.
Should blame
Tony.
Torres' AI car just stopped there. Oh, Jesus.
Kevin just came in, but I think he's second, so that's not going to be a problem.
It's gonna take a lap or two of yellow for us to figure out where everybody is. Because I think these people coming out are actually gonna pass the pace car and gain a lap. Oh no, I thought Kevin had already stopped. Okay, so actually, if you were a human player, you could just make a lap on the field by pitting.
Can't wait to
There's a
see
load
the
of
replay
barnacles.
on how Brandon Raines got parked on the track.
And then flipped.
And caused mass chaos. Oh, Lord.
I hope that he either fractured a vertebrae or he gets fired.
Okay.
Well, I think he's still out there driving, so I doubt it's any kind of big injury.
The curse of moderate damage.
Yep.
I think here's where we're gonna find out who's still on the lead lap.
Except I think Ken pitted that lap, so that might still have everything all screwed up. It says Kevin's leading.
Nope.
Now it doesn't.
I think a lot of guys are going to be able to stay on the lead lap. I think only the people that were already laps down are the ones that got screwed even more.
Fuck.
Well, and the people that pitted before they got around the pace car are probably in fuck too. Because they ended up pitting again.
Yeah, but they were probably already towards the back of the field if that's where they got stuck, because the only way you would be back there is if you just were already back there when the caution came out.
It looks like there's 7 cars on the real lead lap.
Scott lost the lap. He was nowhere near losing the lap when the other came in.
It looks like it's Speedy, Zach Miller, Craig Lee,
Yeah, Tony's stuck tailing on the lead lap here now.
Donald Stewart, Matt Raboyne, Kevin, and Christian Torres. And then then there's Adam, Mark Murphy, Tony.
Yeah, there's 7 cars on the lead lap technically. Everybody else is tail end or a lap down. That completely fucked the field up.
Well, let's see what happened here to start it off.
I can tell you what happened. Brandon Raines ran out of fucking talent.
This is when we see him get absolutely run over, right? No, it was Ryan's fault. I'm calling it now. This is going to be Ryan's fault.
Oh!
Wow.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
Ryan started that, and then,
Of course, Ryan killed JB.
yeah, well, JB then tried to clear himself up the track, but yeah.
And JB gets the worst of it as Raines.
She gave me some fucking room.
And Batista gets the worst of it.
Shut me off the dog. Shit.
I thought that was Brian Kozlowski.
No, it was Kurt Busch. It was 2010.
That was a hard hit.
Oh.
Those cars are probably not okay, right?
This is
Moderate damage will continue to fucking happen.
Only there are ways to increase penalty for damage.
because at Delta Sim, I got hooked to the wall and nosed straight in at like full speed. And at the end of the race, the replay analyzer said I had no damage.
I'm going to point out, the 64, I think, was flipped like 9 times and continued through that race until finally JB bullied him into quitting.
That was great, though.
Oh, poor Miller.
Oh!
Nice job, Kevin.
There's the Arca car, just totally plowing right through there.
Scott Deutsch.
Hey, I think I'm just gonna run right into these guys. Boom.
Boink.
AI has no awareness. Jesus.
Pace car, good thing the pace car's not N.O.R.L solid, otherwise there'd be dead drivers.
Alex Constance,
Kevin Busch.
thank you N.O.R.L for screwing my rig. Nice job, Tony.
Who said that?
Brad Capers.
Oh no.
Is he related to
What is
John
happening here?
Capers?
What are these AI doing?
Honey up on the inside, Tim. They're all lapped down.
Someone's
These are all-
screwing live.
And they're battling for the spot.
There's a dispute
Now,
in the tower.
with where everybody's lined up, if an immediate yellow comes out, I think some people are going to be really lucky.
And they're all on the wall, and everybody's in the
And on
wall.
the start, too.
Green flag is out. Jimmy Stevens is our leader.
This is
If we get enough laps going here, we're going to end up with 7 cars on the lead lap. That's how this is going to shake out.
Well, it's gonna be that way anyways.
Well, if the pace car hadn't picked up the middle of the field before they took the yellow, that wouldn't have happened. But this shit happens in Bristol with AI a lot. No matter which Bristol you run.
What kind of lap times are they running right now?
12s.
Really?
No,
I mean, it looks pretty fast to me.
Like 14s.
Fastest lap is Christian Torres, 14.7.
what are the Cup cars running around there these days?
13 twos.
I hope that's not right.
It's like a super late lap.
I don't think the super lates can even go around that fast in iRace.
I think the best lap in the Cup race today was like a 14.8.
You know, it'd be really fun. IndyCar in Bristol.
Done that before.
What kind of lap times did you run?
I want to say it was like 11s.
That sounds about right.
Sounds like blacking out from G-forces to me.
Actually, I think I have a YouTube video of it.
Welcome to the F1 Grand Prix of Tennessee from Bristol Motor Speedway. Unfortunately, due to how fragile these suspensions are, most of the teams have elected to run the apron.
Put a bus stop on the backstretch.
We're back to 16 cars on the lead lap.
Well, Tony, here's the thing. There were 16 cars on the lead lap. The issue was all but 7 of them were on the wrong side of the leader.
There's a few cars that passed Speedy.
How is Miller leading
It went from
again?
like 12 to 16. He flew by Speedy.
Yeah, how the hell?
Yeah, Miller his car should be fucking crushed Oreo now.
Yeah, his radiator should be dead. Holy crap.
His radiator should be inside the 86 cars where it should be.
Some moderate damage.
I'm gonna make a proposal. Realistic damage on short tracks.
Good news for Zach Michael. He's only 1 lap down in 20th place. So that caution helped that out. Tim's only 2 laps down.
If I'd been lining up near the front, I'd be only 1 lap down. But I was lined up behind the leader on the inside. Is Rick back out there, or is he still garage bound?
Rick's 80 laps down, so he didn't get back.
Was he? No, you're right, okay. Is his car still sitting on pit road in the way, or did it disappear?
I think it's gone. I don't see a car there.
No, because I got neck coated into the O2 during our Delta race. The wreck.
And you got freaking launched.
Because I went back on my replay and there was like a gap between me and him. It just the cars hit. It was off of the freaking vent. It's weird.
I mean, frankly, maybe with the iRacing thing, you don't know what your Bristol was. Especially the new Bristol where everybody's running up against the wall. You can't even bump and run somebody. You try to bump and run them, they just stop in front of you on the wall and you can't pass them. That's why Bristol isn't Bristol anymore. They took out the bump and run.
NASCAR is an absolute atrocity at this track.
As opposed to the other tracks.
Oh no, Bristol's extra terror bad.
How's Eldora? Aren't they pitting cars up against the inside wall? Well, that's not good.
Poor Rob. He was having such a good day.
Is the 86 calling it quits? Nope, he's going back.
No, they were reporting problems with the fuel system on the 86.
I think Spears can agree with me that the 86 is probably having the worst year of anybody this year, other than maybe Dale.
I'm shocked Dale made the race.
Anybody else lose the steering there for a second?
Yes.
Yeah, I did too. And now it's come back choppy as dick.
This is a bullshit series.
Kevin, stop chopping it back.
This was the track that Dale or no, that was Dover, I think, where Dale and Tim had their real-life run-in.
That is dope.
I'll never forget that.
That was Dover the week before the Mid-Ohio race.
And then you got banned, or you suspended yourself, or I forget what happened.
Frankly, 95% of that shit I still say was on the The only reason I turned him is because I knew he was coming across the track to turn me, and I just was like done with it. It's like, okay, fine, I'll drive through you on the front stretch.
And Fort Dover was so fun.
Hong Kong.
Oh, there's a goose.
There we go.
Gotta watch out for those guys.
He's playing Untitled Goose Game.
I hate that game.
Look at the top two. The top three, I think, are outside of the top 30 in points.
Well, that's not good for Spears.
I don't think it was good for me the day I signed the contract with NSRA Racing.
Ooh, does Zach have any comment?
You're using the same equipment that Zach Michael used during his Bush Bonanza days in 2011.
Would you like to try and racing a Volkswagen?
We are a gentleman racing team. We have bought the ride with a virtual fortune.
Bound for the lead.
Fucking
So what you're saying is you're fucking Lance Stroll is who you are.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I'm like Paul Menard, but I don't win.
So Son of Sam here, Paul Menard.
What race did Youngster win last year in Michigan?
I was like Rocky now.
Bucket.
Apparently I'm a little dehydrated because I'm drinking water like a fish.
You're sick.
New
Got the
leader,
flu.
Zachary Miller.
Security?
Work on that pronunciation there, Tony?
I think JB's car is dead after that impact.
Which is weird, because Zach Miller's car seems to be fine.
It's those shake and bake racing front ends. They never die.
It's because that car's illegal.
I mean, when you're 36th in points, it's best to have illegal equipment, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I will.
Okay. Whoa! Oh!
This is gonna be bad.
I think someone died.
Oh.
So randomly, JB gets 10 mile an hour faster.
Yeah.
It's because he wasn't on the bottom
Miller's
there,
about to pit.
He was saving his tires.
Miller's about to pit, I bet.
You've exploded a tire.
Dude, look at JB go. What the hell?
JB just hit the
Stuck on the bottom.
Damn, JB, go get it, go get it.
You got another 2 laps.
Put a shot of nitrous in there.
JB actually
Shot
got
of
3 laps
something.
down.
Got NyQuil in there.
Ryan's 3 laps down too.
Hey, you may have run one last week, but guess what? This week, you're not winning, buddy.
So
How are you
many
gonna guarantee
cars
that?
are not going to win. It's so sad.
Spears, will you guarantee a not win?
Guarantee that I don't win.
I will guarantee that Rick Jackson will not win this race.
Taking the easy way
And
out.
here comes the 44 out of the crash area.
Look, he's got a 9th cylinder.
Brad Capers made me eat my words. Is it caramel cake?
Caramel cake.
Caramel cake.
Diabetes.
Caramel.
Y'all pronounce caramel weird.
What?
Caramel.
Need more of that, some of that Kermit.
Tony, I'd like to not grow up. Can you stop saying disgusting things?
Well, I tell y'all what, right now, that milk car looks fast, man.
Right back, I'm gonna go to the store and get some celery to dip into my caramel.
That sounds absolutely disgusting.
I don't know if he was actually leaving or not. Celery and peanut butter.
No, caramel.
That sounds so gross.
I think celery and peanut butter is one of the most commonly used items to eat celery with.
You can put a little raisin on top of the peanut butter.
I mean, that's gross enough as it is, but can we focus on fucking Kevin and his caramel and celery?
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
I'd never eat celery, that shit's disgusting.
Well, there's that too. Caramel's gross too.
What a day this is going and has been for Miller so far. Signs of 1-year deal with Oreo.
And you jinxed him again. New leader, Donald Stewart.
Where the fuck did he come from?
I like the excitement behind the 28. I like that Spears was sounding an awful lot like Vince Welch there for a second.
It has been a really weird year. Lost his sponsor. Horrible start to the season.
He's holding a pretty wheel.
And still perfect.
The wheel
Stewart
in his hands.
Kevin, was that your Louis Armstrong? What was that?
This is the
Vince
retribution
Welch.
race.
He always sounds like he's out of breath and about ready to explode his lung.
That's what I say.
What a wonderful world.
That's JP's rendition of it.
I thought that was JP Bruce.
You know what this race needs? David Baldinger. That's what this race needs.
Yes.
I'm still gonna have a different answer.
There was a guy that used to race with us called Slapnuts.
Yeah, I remember that.
Kevin, we don't need to talk about your alter egos.
Or your exes.
I guess it would be entertaining.
I mean, that was a pretty good story. Tony, well, JB forgot how to go again. What's the thing?
Used it all up. Didn't enter the NOS Forever Ever cheat code.
That 138 is killed.
When you switch cars, it looked like someone hit the inside wall on this shit. That was weird.
It didn't throw you because there was a car moving over right as you switched.
That's interesting.
JB, where did it go again?
Yeah, guys, looking at my trends, if we run green till about lap 300, that's when pit stops will start to begin again. Lap 300.
Mike. That's good.
Was that a car on the inside of the wall? Or the outside, inside wall, whatever?
Outside, what?
Inside, correct? I answered my question.
Got it.
every once in a while, the leader just seems to jam on their brakes for no apparent reason.
I think it's because the series is rigged. Much like the Grand Prix of Tripoli.
He seems to be getting through lap traffic pretty well. Gonna be the hardest car to pass in the series, right in front of
There's
him.
a big old gap behind this gaggle, isn't there?
Looks like Tony Long's having some trouble keeping up the pace.
Looks like that car ran out of root beer.
The fact that Scott is still on the lead lap makes me concerned.
Is a testament to how fucked this running order is.
I mean, if it were to stay this way, he could very well somehow win this race.
Who's second? Christian Torres.
He's flying! He actually is flying. He's been climbing up there. I think he's gonna get the lead here. He might check out.
Tony's catching the leader. He was almost a full lap down at the restart.
Yeah, because the leaders are slow right now.
I would argue leaders are just straight up slow.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The leaders are just slow.
Inside. We're wrecked.
Must have been Brandon Rain's spotter.
Are you sure that wasn't Ryan's spotter?
Shouldn't have booted me off the fucking track.
Yeah, that spotter told all the way down the straightaway you were there, and he just didn't give a fuck. If Tony can get around these wrecked buckets of fuck, he might actually make some ground here, but... that side ain't gonna work, Tony.
I'm gonna keep trying anyway.
I'm fucking trying, Tim! I'm trying, TJ.
By the way, Tony, you running the Indy 500 this year?
I'll run the top fuel one like we did last year.
When was theirs? Theirs was like not in May or something. It's like Corona.
They have more than one. They have one actually at the 500 and then another one they do.
Because I was planning to do the iRacing one.
I don't know if I want to do the iRacing one.
Seems like a good way to get wrecked.
If
I mean, everything's a good way to get wrecked with that attitude.
If your
No,
setup
I'm serious,
sucks,
like-
it's not very fun.
Like those official races, like the Daytona 500, the Indy 500, it's either you're gonna get wrecked on lap 2, or you're gonna run horrible all race.
Or you're gonna run horrible all race and then get wrecked with 2 to go.
Yes. I don't know what Dalton's is doing.
Another broke out of this group.
Oh, that's Foley. I don't know what Foley's doing.
Something's stupid for sure.
Looks like he's got a broken track bar.
He's got a broken brain.
He's just, I'm gonna drive on the apron. Guys, I think his car is a little tight. He's trying to make a turn.
He's not succeeding.
It's a shame he just went a lap down because of that. That was so weird.
I'm completely fucking lost right now. I'm running the wall up here.
Back a lap because we missed Torres take the lead.
I have an imagining of how this went. I'm gonna guess Miller went to the bottom, and Torres' AI actually had a clue. Oh,
I'm gonna make a prediction here, and I could be wrong, but I think Torres is gonna start pulling away from these two because he's faster.
Christian Torres.
Prediction I'm gonna make is if somebody can take the lead and pass the lap.
And we have a caution.
Who's gonna get served on this one? Have we already taken the caution? I think we have.
Well, I guess my prediction was wrong because as Torres takes the lead, a caution.
And we have a caution.
As the pace car goes through the pits for some reason.
Oh, he's away.
Someone brought that out.
Oh, there's tire marks.
It's gonna make the racer look better.
Oh, there they are. I was gonna say those are shadow spears.
G's out. I'm taking my shit off. See you guys later.
Oh, I see it. There's smoke on the backstretch.
Oh,
I would have cycled the other way there, Tony.
There it is.
the points leader, his second wreck of the day.
I can imagine how this went. Coming out of the pits, too.
What's he doing?
I'm completely fucking lost right now.
Well, he came in to change tires, because
Did he
probably...
try the bumper off while he was in, too?
I think that was from the first wreck.
Well, it was smashed in, but it was attached before. I thought it was missing when he came out.
I don't think he's going to be our points leader after this.
Yeah,
Cat?
no, it's still there. I thought they cut it off, but just the way it's came.
How much damage he has. Alright. Let's see when he merges here. Looks like he's got his hand out in the window. No one can see it. Hey guys, I'm actually and right up into traffic.
Inside. We're wrecked.
Just poor Randy Dobbins. Not even his fault.
Drove up into him. He just came right up into me.
I would have fucking doored him too.
It's a shame that drew a yellow, to be honest with you.
That's horrible. Come on, Ryan, you're better than that.
Take that shit back to wherever you came from.
Back to Vermont.
I just feel bad for Randy Dobbins. Just out here running along, his own race, clean race car, and then we got the point leader up here thinking he's gonna win the race.
Frankly, I don't think it really did damage to Randy's car. You know, this honestly helps. It probably helps whoever comes out of the pits in the lead. Because now they shouldn't have a million slower lap cars in front of them.
Ryan's coming up through the gears here. And he didn't even check his mirror. Like,
The mirror is pretty large.
I think this is just one of those days where Ryan is flustered and he's just upset he's lost the point lead and the mistakes are just gonna snowball.
Snowball.
On the other end, Torres is likely gonna lead these guys down pit road, yes.
Christian Torres never
I'm
won an
completely fucking lost
extravaganza
right now.
series.
Like, I don't even know why I'm up here.
Well, that's necessary. Is that the go fast hauler?
Well guys, this pit stop does not change the race a ton, but from here they'll be able to run to about lap 383, 385, pending no caution.
Did Tony Long just plow into the back again?
Betty?
I'm sure he did. Why are they exiting? Why are they exiting different than they would under there? See, that's a normal exit right there by Mark.
Let's see the Ryan exit straight to the pace car.
Oh no, cars are coming out of the pits and they're 1 to green.
Zach's about to
Hell yes.
get his fucking lap back.
Did the 48 just lose a lap there? Or is he already down?
Zach should get his lap back because he should be faster than Miller here.
He won't be.
One would think.
What is going on in the
Top 10.
Wave it
Zach
off,
Miller
wave it off. We're going green anyway.
Jesus, Miller just
Why
fucking
is
checked
he
out.
restarting in the wall?
Oh no.
Now I'm stuck on the bottom.
What, bro?
The field got caught up just in time.
You're going slower than I don't know why your guy's going so slow.
He's
But
on
the bottom is
There's-
worthless.
On the bottom, you just don't go because you can't keep your car down there to try to go, apparently.
How did Torres have a slow stop?
I don't know, he was yelling at them in a foreign language and they didn't understand what he wanted. I don't know what to tell you.
I think starting on the first pit road, the stops are slower for some reason. Because he started way, way back, and he has a very long pit stall.
See, I was seeing the second pit road and was very confused.
See if he can race his way back up front. Yeah, he just put a mean pass to the nail on the outside. So Craig Lee's in front of him. That's going to be a battle for position. Really humming that thing in there.
Really trying to do it.
I'll tell you what, Matt Moore's tires are not going to last running that line. I love how the DI just leaves it in the corner. Kevin's looking for a career best day. Last race.
Wasn't he breaking out of the outside the top 10 when the scoring got all jacked up? I thought he was starting like 12th on that.
I don't think so.
No, he was just way back from the traffic. That's what it was.
Look at that beautiful, clean, empty track in front of them. Not for much longer.
Here comes the 64 car.
Oh god. 9 restarting on the inside and 70 lap old tires. Gotta give it to Miller. He's really hanging it in there today.
Ass packing. V6.
Good short track. Kevin putting a mean pass on the outside. Craig Lee. He just passed Craig Lee on the outside. Looks like Craig can't get that car to turn anywhere but the bottom. Is that PJ1 on the surface?
Yes.
PJ?
Decided to call it this week.
Scott Deutsch in the pits.
Hey, that's
real.
probably should have happened about 30 laps ago. Ran out of tires. Oh, Dalton.
Oh!
It's the old crossover into pit road.
Yeah, guys. I don't know why these cars are on pit road, but their race is over if they're pitting here.
Man, Tim, you have the worst pit stall for camera angle.
I'm so sorry, I'll try harder next time.
Yeah, I don't know, that sucks though. I bet the analyzer says something was breaking in the car. Torres already back up to second place after that slow stop.
That would be kind of nice. Games for fucking kids. Riley Hurst. To be fair, he was taking that interview. You know she's dating Vince Hodge's son.
Maybe his name is Dylan.
Looks like that and get a great view.
Bobby Mitchell passed away. A Hall of Fame football player.
What's that name?
Because he's from the Browns. Well, he's like, I think he's more of a Redskins guy, but pretty good on the Browns.
You could say he was a little before my time.
Just a tad.
Yeah, the Redskins when he had his best years. Looks like he was one of the early wide receivers.
From the 40s or 50s?
Late 50s into the 60s.
Late 50s, yeah.
How many catches per year?
16, 35, 45, 32, 72, 69, 60.
72 back then was insane. How many yards
63.
did he have?
In 63 was his best year. He had 72 catches, 1,384 yards, 11 touchdowns. 64, he had 10 touchdowns leading the league. And even Rush was rushing a lot in the Browns offense. He had like 600 receiving yards and 500 rushing yards in 1960 with 11 total touchdowns. Yeah, for back then, that's pretty good. That was before offenses were really the focus, I think.
Man, I love it when racing social media puts out a bad fucking Photoshop.
Considering his positions were flanker,
Yeah, that light's car must be like a Scott in that picture. He's also going the wrong way.
What in the hell?
I was wondering what FL was. I was thinking what LH was.
Russian Grand Prix Putin on a t-shirt with him Elijah and he comes.
Like, also look at that JPEG artifact on the edge of the car. It's really bad on the rear wing supports. Jeez Louise. Like, that blur next to him is a taxi cab. I'm not like,
Uh-oh.
Caution is out.
Have a caution.
And this is why I didn't let the leader run. I couldn't afford to lose 15 laps.
Remember when I was holding up the leaders last time we ran at Bristol?
You mean every time you raced online with us?
Also,
That was not online.
to be fair, I think I was stretching away from the leaders until I caught Scott Deutsch.
Nice.
To be fair.
Deutsch bag.
I'm pretty sure it was a debris yellow, because nobody's wrecking.
Debris.
Oh no, he fell.
There's been a yellow for the new French-Canadian driver Jacques Debris.
Yep, no crash. No nothing. Interesting.
As Kevin drives into the back of Zach under yellow.
He deserved it. Wrecking me under practice last week.
Under practice.
Mm-hmm.
Not during practice. Under practice.
Yeah.
Friendly the reminder that from here you still will have to pit one more time because you can make it to about 440 on fuel.
There's too much debris on the track.
So we're gonna need another pit stop within the next
As Kevin gets hit by Jim, I swear we're doing ludicrous speed now.
30 laps.
Let's see if we can collect anybody on our way out.
Just these checks. Oh, Jesus.
Why are we stopping?
Oh no. This is not gonna be good.
Well, it's not gonna be good.
Jeez.
Ah.
It's gonna take like 3 laps to get the field sorted. Meanwhile, the lights have probably gone out. Why are we in the wall?
This is not good at all.
Look at Tim and Rob drag racing.
Are the lights out on the picture? Are they still on?
Hey guys, the dragway's over there.
Oh! I don't think I got it.
Worst part is Tim is in fucking 39th.
Which is weird, because I was up to like 33rd at one point. Yeah, the lights are out on the pace car already.
This race got so fucked.
Zach Michael not happy with Christian Torres.
No.
Oi, you wanker.
Charm.
Dave, it's extravaganza time.
Dave, who's your favorite extravaganza driver?
Are you threatening me?
Do you have some kind of problem?
Wow, look, you finally showed up. To do anything about it. Or better yet, with power to do anything about it.
Oh my
Oh no! Oh!
That sounded a hell of a lot like a soundboard to me. What the fuck is happening?
Tell you what, right now, if I was Donald Stewart's crew chief and crew members, I would play Russian roulette at this moment.
I think that's what they're doing, typing the words on that stuff.
Because we have just lost this race.
The guy named Lugster had his lugs unhooked.
Hooked?
You exploded that tire.
Well, I don't know why he stopped.
Yeah, they didn't even touch the wheels.
I bet that was a penalty. Jesus.
Now watch it merge right into traffic.
Yeah, he just did exactly that. Oh, God.
Oh, we're back. Here it comes. Foley's still trying.
Oh, my God.
Still trying.
In fairness, he is pretty pissed, so he has a right to do that, right?
No, he doesn't. To be fair, OJ was pretty pissed, so it was okay. What?
Honestly, I hope I hope Donald Stewart has to read a letter to the field in the drivers' meeting next week.
Okay, Spinners, just because you had to do it.
I think Ryan has to do it, if anybody.
I know I've lost the respect of some of you drivers.
What are you talking about? You never had it.
I'm just getting back on the driver's meeting. That was a shit show. I lost spots because of that.
I can't believe the 28 is still leading.
Well,
Like,
you
I
gained
just
one spot.
Kevin, how are you in the top 10 still? This is like a career day.
The secret is I got a special chassis.
I feel like once you were up front early, you just stayed up front. It's very hard to go from the back. You can go from the back to like 20th, like Tim did, but that's about it.
You know it's gonna be really great when Kevin doesn't make the field next week.
Yeah, right.
Close Matt's mind.
Zach Miller's pit crew is awesome.
They have been obsolete yet awesome.
They've been ostentatious.
Ralphie May
Had a
comedy
top
special.
10 all season. Is currently trying to get a top 10 now.
Where did he record that special?
Austin, Texas.
That's what I would have thought.
The hell?
What?
Joke's on us, he actually recorded it in Saginaw.
Alex Krabser up to 13th. Zach Michael 16th.
Or as one of my coworkers refers to it, saggy balls.
I think one of the bigger deals that we have not even discussed yet is the fact that Scott Drake is still indeed running and he is in the top 12.
Scott Drake in his independent run after getting canned from Shake and Bake Racing last season. Lack of sponsorship and ability.
What's weird to me is how quick Tony was at one point, like one of the leaders down on the track, but he just can't get through traffic, so he's just mired back there.
I'll be back in a bit. I gotta get some Kurgerbing.
Did he make words there?
I have no idea what the fuck he just said.
I think he said
Sound like saying I'm gonna get some Kurt Cobain.
That's what I thought you said too.
Oh, he's gonna go on Bing and look up Kurger.
He's gonna start singing.
Oh God, Johnny.
Personally, I either want Adam or Kevin to win this race, if anybody.
Yeah. I want to see someone stupid win. I want to see Torres win this thing. Someone win, like, that just... I don't know.
Well, Torres has never won a race. Adam's never won a race. He's never won a Extravaganza Series race.
Like, don't get me wrong. I would like to see Miller win, but if he can't win, I hope it's one of those other ones that have never won.
Matt Raboyne hasn't won a race in a long time. Craig Lee is on a roll this season. Won 2 races ago, second last race. It's going to be a really good points day if we can keep it up. Second, fastest lap of the race with a 14.701.
Context, please.
It's the safety dance. That's our anti-caution dance.
So what you've done is drawn a caution, is what you're saying.
Possibly. Like, if I want a caution, I'll just guarantee someone wins this race right now. That's how I'm thinking. He's sweating bullets as Red Caper stares him down and says, "Don't do it."
Christian Torres is tweeting about the extravaganza, so we should probably stop saying mean things about him.
Tim, you're literally the only person who says mean things.
I think I said anything too mean.
I wouldn't mind seeing Christian.
I think I made one slightly offensive joke about the picker, not knowing what he was saying.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see it's either him, it's either Miller, Torres, or Kevin. I want to see one of those three guys win this race.
So what you're saying is all three of them will have motors the next 5 minutes.
Possibly. Torres is right there. I mean, he's... Last time he took the lead, just... Caution came out.
Is Randy the slow lap car they're catching here? I blame Ryan. Also, I have a sneaking suspicion that somehow Tony's gonna win this race.
That would suck if I
It would suck if I won. Hey, look, here comes Tony! Alright, thanks, Tony says it now.
What happens is you get stuck on the bottom and then you fall back. So like I get Torres will be back up there 15-20 laps. And then he'll get behind Miller again and then he'll try to go low and pass and then he'll slide all the way back again. It's like a freight train. Train's coming through.
There's no mercy for the train in this doo-doo. Maybe he can have a 6 to do that. Is Randy the only lap car they're catching? You see, this is the problem that the 2003 AI have, is when the bottom is the preferred line, they don't want for the high side. They are not robots. Robots, there is no such thing as robots.
You're blue, da-da-dee-da.
It took me a minute to realize the callback. That was really funny. I got it.
That's the sound of Tony charging through the field.
This race is starting to look more and more like it should. I'm getting up there, Craig's getting up there, Matt.
The faster cars, they're gonna cycle to the front. It's
Alright, Spears, this video's for you.
what is this? Just gonna give me a virus.
version you reminded me of.
Whoa, that's kind of cool. But yeah, that would be awful.
Alright, here's the version you reminded me of when you played the previous clip.
I can see, yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah, that's why every time I hear the start of that song, I'm reminded of somebody dropping a screw through the fucking engine.
Top 10 after 365. Zach Miller, Matt LeBoyne, Craig Lee, Christian Torres, Adam Price, Aaron Cummings, Tony Pizarro, Kevin Corbat, Mark Murphy, and Jimmy Stevens. Also on the lead lap, Tex Perry and Scott Drake.
Well, I guess you just have to be prepared to die.
Oh no.
What the fuck is that come from?
Russ Charneski's bedside. Nurse.
Jesus Christ.
One of these days he's gonna come back on and we're all gonna flip.
He's alive. You mean like Zach's gonna do a Dan?
Probably. One guy we haven't talked about all race is Mark Murphy.
Mac.
He's been talked about.
Zach, is he coming back?
I haven't gotten a car or anything from him.
Who's The Rock? Oh, you should know who The Rock is. You interrupt The Rock will be the guy who get in that ring, tighten his shoes, and whoop your ass.
Yay!
We love The Rock. We love that. We love the attitude.
Cummings up to second.
It's unbelievable that the mellow yellow Toyota Camry is potentially about to take the lead.
Who's about to take the lead? John's right now.
There we go.
Yeah.
New leader.
I feel like Christian, he's fast, he gets up there, he just cannot pass on the outside.
Aaron Cummings winning at Bristol is like Glenn winning at Watkins Glen.
And just remember that Aaron Cummings is not on a fast setup as the other competitors.
Yes.
He actually worked on his setup this week.
Higher your iron, better setup you get.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Is that like a thing that someone tried to claim or something?
Yes.
Brandon Raines using the Jasper setup today, failing miserably.
Were any of those setups good?
No. Not in the stock version of tracks. Another battle for the lead.
There goes Zach. Is that Zach? Yeah, that's Zach.
Later, Zach Miller once more.
It's a long last name.
less than 100 to go. Can Mark Murphy get his second victory of the season? His 8th career start. Or his 8th start of the season.
Now remember, guys, we have to pit by lap 440 to 444. So these guys will be coming down pit road again unless we get another caution.
Maybe some cars will short pit Steven Spock.
Yes.
It's a very risky strategy because you can lose at least 2 laps.
If you think tires matter underneath your car, you will short pit. If you think tires do not matter, you will not short pit.
I think tires matter, sir. But what matters more is being on the high side.
What matters more is if you're high. So Kevin back pretty hard these last few laps.
Rob struggling mightily.
And he struggles every race, let's be real.
Not this race. He was doing really good until the end.
We pit Zara.
Dominique and Rick Jackson, both coming in the top 12. Kevin Pettit having a very mediocre day in 26. John Batista, some bad crashes, 34th. Brian Hoiser 40th after 2 crashes and some unscheduled pit stops. Tim McDonald 38th. Oh, horrible, horrible day for so many drivers in the hunt. Meanwhile, less than 100 laps to go. There is currently 7 cars in a line trying to get the victory. Zach Miller is still up front.
About last year's Rookie of the Year. Getting ready to take second place away.
Adam poised to win his first race of his young career. Comes into this points 15th place. Here comes Aaron Cummings back on the outside, ready to take the second position.
Let's see who wins at the end of 500 laps.
Not Kevin.
Kevin back probably the farthest back he's been all day.
Needs to get his act together or else he's not going to win this race.
Battle for the lead.
There he goes.
Smitty, I'm happy I qualified.
This is going to be huge here.
Qualified.
Wow, Miller's falling back hard here.
Zach's losing a lot of spots. He's had to have led at least 200 laps so far.
I think he's going to
Ooh.
very soon.
Falling further.
Now I'm starting to feel bad for him. Get in line, get in line.
I don't think that's going to help. He's got that Valvoline Doge.
Valvoline and Oreo, the breakfast of champions.
Not only is he the new leader, but he just put a nice little gap there.
Let's go, Lucas Hauling,
Lucas Hauling. Baby. Adam is pulling Lucas Hauling this year. Absolute fabulous work by number 14. Looking a lot better this year.
I will say this. I believe Christian Torres has probably passed the most cars on track today. And just in the last 100 laps.
Well, Luke was just trying to cut my wages a few days ago.
I wonder why.
Dalton Lucas, 36th. John Batista,
Carry this.
Adam Krapser, 1st. Alex Krapser, 14th. That is your Lucas Hauling.
Lucas Hauling also fining John Batista for a racial slur used over the radio last weekend.
He does that every week. He doesn't care. Back to the lead.
Specifically directed towards a member of the team, that's why.
These cars are... You're fine when you're running the outside, but as soon as they dive on the inside, it's like they just die. See, look at this. Adam's already back there again.
If you told me this would be your top 3, I would have said, you're crazy.
Spock, go eat more caramel cake.
What?
The hell?
Just a brick of caramel frosting on it.
He's finally gonna do it.
Torres
to the lead, yes.
Is he from Argentina?
Yes.
Yes.
My name
He's
is
watching right now, too.
His idol was 90s driver Moises Montoya.
The Argentinian anteater.
What?
Pay attention to John.
Christian Torres is probably watching this, and he was just called an anteater.
Well, he was watching it earlier.
There's too much debris on the track.
Oh no.
Not again.
Still green though.
Kevin's not out of this yet.
Kevin's coming back.
We got 8 cars just ready to go. If Craig can get by Rob, it'll be 9.
No, Kevin's dead again.
Starting to think that Christian actually has some speed because he's pulling away from some guys here.
I think Adam's gonna come back on his outside. I'll make the massive race.
I'm sure he'll get to him soon, but they're just racing so hard from 4th on back.
He go riding on his back end. He go make a pass when he need to make a pass.
Jesus, I went to go get pieces of pizza. I come back and Torres and Adam have like gapped them.
Dude, Christian is fast.
Christian's thigh gap.
Oh, we got a pit. About 12 to 15 laps here.
Spock, not known for his predictions, is very well known for his pit analysis.
I tell you what, God help everybody if Tony gets through these guys.
Dude,
no shit.
If me or Craig gets through them, I'm hoping we can just pull away, but part of me doesn't want us to win.
50% better ratings than the rest of the field.
Screw those guys.
I'm not
They need
hating.
to get out of the sport. There's too many of these young guys that are trying to get into the sport and they're fucking it up for all.
Yes, like Adam Krapser.
This is where I feel a little bit bad for Christian to be leading. Because he's going to either have to be the first car on pit road or he's going to be late down pit road. And either way it can end badly because if he's first, he could potentially be trapped by a caution.
All of his pit stops have been really slow too. Under yellow. And I'm wondering if it's going to be the same if he comes in again. Dude, that is a big Goodyear blimp. Holy crap.
Frankly, if I was calling the shots on that box, my strategy would be get to the back of the field and as soon as you catch these guys, pit.
Johnny, go ahead and look into why that blimp is so pointy.
It's like a freaking octagon.
I'm honestly worried.
It has a warhead on it.
I am worried that blimp might be owned by Zoran.
What?
It looks very fast.
Number one.
Here we go.
Pit a little bit early here. In the window, though. For sure in the window.
It's part of his plot to flood Silicon Valley.
Both Aaron Cummings and Mark Murphy. Whoa!
Here comes the leader down pit road. Leader down pit road. Well, I was off by 2 laps, but I was close.
Let's see the Kevin Corbett and the 16.
Scott Douche.
Close to the end of that lane, I don't think he gets to accelerate to full speed until he comes around the corner.
That's probably true. Beautiful exit. No one around him. This is good for him.
Torres is way ahead. Holy crap.
He doesn't win. I'll watch it next week.
Well, there's Kevin coming out.
Oh, he came out?
Giggity?
Kevin, why did you giggity that?
Alright, friends, I'm going to bed. Have a good night.
See you, John Batista.
Enjoy the end of the Food City 500.
That makes sense.
Thank you, sir.
I know it's a
It'll
half
be
mile.
Gordon Wallace Revenge number 3.
Yes. Have a badass night.
What? No! No!
The yellow out? The yellow's out.
There's the yellow.
There it
And
is.
the caution
Oh!
is out.
And we have a caution.
Who is the only car on the lead?
I think Zach Michael got his lap back.
He might be
Oh,
like 4 cars on the lead lap.
Time anyways.
But this has decided who's still going to win this race, clearly.
Oh, man.
We need to see it cycle through, because I think Jim might have gotten stuck a lap down, or at least lost a lap to half the field there, because he stopped.
So the 29 and the 20 have not pitted yet. I think everybody else has pit though.
I think Speedy's still on the lead lap, because they're lucky that Ben and Zach were already a lap down.
I'm pretty sure it cycled all the way through by the time the caution came out.
I don't think it cycled all the way through, but it might have cycled most of them through.
Ben and Zach were the only 2 cars that didn't pit.
Yes. But both are gonna need to pit here because they have no fuel.
Well, that's for most of the field. What was the yellow for?
I think Lugster pitted, but he's coming in again.
I mean, can you blame him? It's a free pit stop at this point.
Right, but I would keep the track position. Or no! Lugster pitted early! I forgot about that. So he's back in it. Wow.
I mean, hell, even if I'd only been out there for 5 laps, I probably would have pitted there with the luck to lose.
Zach, Michael, Ben Gear, and Lugster are back in the race. Holy crap.
Should come to a stop here because pit road's closed, the exit. There it is. Okay, so there we go. Oh, nope, it's Batista again. Him and Brandon Reigns are back at it.
Another crash.
I think that was on John Batista.
Is he gonna wipe out Ryan? That would have been really funny.
Where's the crash? Oh, right. Oh my god.
JB had nothing to do with that.
Oh.
What is the ARCA car doing?
It's weird that that's really yellow.
He's bushing them baked beans.
It's
Well, that's a weird way to turn around.
It's bizarre that drew a yellow.
That might be the cheapest yellow that Jeremy Pringle has ever thrown in his career. Oh, Jesus.
See, I think it was the fact that when he backed up over the line on the inside of the racetrack.
I don't know how this just happened.
Nobody knows.
I mean, there was no reason that should have happened.
Well, this is what happens with this pit road arrangement with the AI, frankly.
Well, you have people coming in the same place that people come out.
They've been good all race except for the last one. That's what I'm saying. It's just stupid.
They've been close on the race things. It's been something that we kind of seen coming.
It's because they were 3 wide. It's because the 6 was on the inside of the 81 and Butterfield was out of there.
Okay.
You're buttering your what?
Well, this is gonna be wow.
And my race is fucked now.
I think everybody's race got fucked.
Oh, I think you're okay. It's just a little different than it was. You'll have more cars on the lead lap, I think, actually. Well, we'll have 13.
On the lead lap.
Yeah, but most of them are stuck on the wrong side of the leader.
Yes, so we need a quick caution here.
Which we don't really haven't been getting in this race.
No.
Actually, are they even going to be starting on the wrong side of the leader? No, they're not.
They're not. Here comes Torres.
Wait, this is weird. Is Torres allowed now?
No.
Yes.
The scoring has me confused.
No, the scoring's right.
No, the only three cars that didn't pit were already laps down.
It was showing some of these guys like 30 seconds behind.
That's because Zach didn't hit yet.
Yeah, it was doing weird things there.
This is crazy. So Speedy's got the lead back. Christian Torres second, Aaron Cummings third, Zach Miller fourth, Matt Reboyne fifth, Adam Crapser sixth, and Craig Lee, Tony Pizarro, Mark Murphy, Kevin Corbett, top 10.
Wait a minute, how did they get their lap back and end up ahead of me?
Because you hit. You
Under
and
caution?
Ben, yeah, you and Ben were the only ones that did not pit. So when you
That's
hit,
incredible.
the field came around and passed you guys.
Under caution.
A few of them looked like they were stuck behind the pace
Yes.
That makes no sense.
Everyone pitted except you and Ben.
The scoring is right. Everybody pitted except for you guys. So when you guys pit, they already got their lap back because they passed you and went around the track. Because you guys had to sit at the end of pit road with the closed pit road.
Except they sat at the end of pit road because the pace speed so fast that they had overtaken the pace car again.
This track's broken.
I think what was happening is before they pitted, the scoring was fucked because the scoring there indicated that there were 4 cars on the lead lap. Everybody that else scored on the lead lap looked like they were trapped behind the pace car, but I guess they weren't. I think it was just that it was scoring them weird because it hadn't cycled yet.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have mattered anyways. The only reason Zach and Ben were that far ahead is because the game had not registered them as pitting yet, and they had just crossed the line. The scoring is right.
They had overtaken the pace car. Okay, now I'm with you. Because their pit stalls were past start finish, they had overtaken the pace car, made it look like the entire field was lapped down when they actually weren't.
Okay, ladies, you're both pretty.
We are so fortunate that one of the cars that was on the lead lap didn't stay out. Then the race would be fucked.
Thankfully, the 55 pitted again. Yes. That is the big wild card there.
That doesn't really make a difference because there's no wave around.
Nats, Mike.
Well, if there was a wave around, that would matter. There's no wave around, so it wouldn't have mattered. It just would have meant he would have immediately pitted again. Which would have been
Alright, we're on the lead lap. Let's just watch some damn racing.
We have 5 different opinions on what happened. All we know is that Speedy is leading.
It's crazy that Zach's on the fucking lap. That's wild.
Green flag run to the finish.
I hope Zach Michael wins this race.
That's incredible.
Will you make up your mind, Tony?
I want everybody to win, but only one can win.
Watch us get a quick caution here.
You're gonna hit the green flag and all pile into each other. Oh god, they're gonna attack each other.
Outside wall. Broke this track.
Great camera crew showing us a parked pace car.
I pressed the wrong button.
Please do not press P for pace car.
Coming to 50 laps to go. Speedy, Christian Torres, and Aaron Cummings.
Is he coming?
In fact, he is. He's on the high side of Christian Torres for second.
Well, I guess Aaron's the top.
And he will take the spot.
I didn't know Christian was the bottom.
Well, you sure have a lot of knowledge on that subject. Oh, so you just watch from the closet.
If you want to call the that's fine.
Wow. Miller's, wow, he's sneaking up there again.
Wow.
It's so weird watching the AI from the bottom. Because it looks just so much better than on the top.
Aaron on the outside is flying right where
New leader, Aaron Cummings.
I frankly wonder if I created a new AI inside line, if the inside might be able to run better. Because what's happening is the AI in the bottom just lift in so they don't come up, and they lift off so they don't come up. And I bet you if you set that line by running an arcade with a decent setup, you can get them to run the bottom a little more competitively. Also, if you made the high line a little further up the track too, that would probably help.
Yeah, because they're running like the middle of the track.
The high line probably should be another half a car width up.
they need to be running against the wall. This is bullshit.
I don't think they were doing that in the 2019 race, were they?
I wasn't there. I'm pretty sure they were.
I thought they couldn't quite get up against the wall because they kind of like they like polished the top lane and it was just covered in marbles.
Yes.
No, they put marbles on the racetrack.
Yeah, ball bearings. The problem is they roll down the track.
Is that why Mikey wrecked in the
I thought
qualifier
they
in
put
Daytona?
grease on that.
Sure.
That's why Ryan Newman goddamn Mackie banded their burrito.
That's bullshit. I was disappointed because I thought he was going to win that race.
Everybody was pissed.
I was pissed because I was fucking there.
I'm fucking there, Chad.
I'm at the goddamn track and he lost.
It's all your fault. Yeah, Tony, you just don't have any ability to pass cars in this race, do you?
I don't. I think I'm stuck with a top 12.
Okay, the 28 falls way back and then surges way forward. I mean, just teeter-totter.
Banjos. Banjos. Oh, I thought you were talking about Dusty Private. No, you're thinking of Rusty Richard.
What about Dickie Coates?
What about Todd LaFond?
Wasn't his crew chief Mr. Lester, Mo Lester?
Yeah. The 69 car. They're unstoppable.
I'm just like, my painting ability is giving me rage staring at this car. There's bits of light sticking out behind the headlights because he didn't know what he was doing.
The car was painted when the Saints were Super Bowl champions. That should tell you how old it is.
That car was painted when they were Super Bowl champions for a different body style.
Jimmy Stevens, new leader, 3 laps to go. Look, you can say what you want about the paint scheme, but that scheme is in first place.
Yes, I mean, a shitty scheme can run it first. It is possible.
I look at all of my old cars and I wonder what the fuck I was smoking.
Yeah, no kidding.
See, usually when I look at my old cars, I'm like, man, I did not do a good job with that.
I look at mine and I go, wow, I didn't know how templates worked.
There it is.
Oh, there's the yellow. There goes my prediction. Let's see who gets fucked by where the pace cars Oh, look, somebody's wrecked me.
Looks like the 39 has a lot of damage, so he might be involved again.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, no, we don't need that on the soundboard, by the way.
That's a lot of damage.
Kevin, you now got me curious to see. I don't think I have anything.
Jamie's getting fucked.
Wow.
And then he was wrecked.
It's all John Tharp.
Yeah, I got taken out there.
Wow, looks like somebody's...
Just add garbage to the fire there.
I think John Tharp forgot to hold his brake.
Well, that's the second time Jimmy's been
Pretty sure Tharp just rolls down the track and gets other people involved too. They missed it.
Oh god, I do have an expert.
Looks like Tharp just ran out of patience, honestly.
Yeah, this is a car that was partially made in the in-game picture.
What? Butter about had another bad wreck. I really hate him for like race running. Bad day just got
So hating for guys, they were doing so well, and then 14 cars have got it.
I wonder if anyone's gonna pit.
Why are the numbers on this? Like, the numbers are slightly behind the context. So I know this is actually a problem with this current car that I hadn't noticed that the context had changed. But why did I use the Star Trek The Next Generation font for the logo? I found an old car of mine from 2007 where I apparently used the Star Trek TNG font for the Star Fox logo.
Wow, that 39 is beat the fuck out of.
I think it's safe to say that Shane feels the same way.
I found a really crummy looking Boeing car from 2007 too. And I found a Super Aguri car. Anybody else? Does anybody else remember the Super Aguri Formula 1 team?
Look how many lap cars are in between our front five here.
And now I found the Honda version of the Super Aguri.
That team flopped hard as shit.
That team was not good.
Flopped a giant floppy wiener.
Just flop it out and lay it on the table, boys. Get out that measuring stick.
How about we don't? How about we just don't do that? Let's see, I found the Danica AI car.
Speaking of flopping it out and measuring it.
It's Jimmy Stevens leading, Aaron Cummings, Zach Miller, Christian Torres, Kevin Corbin, Adam Crabster, Matt Lemoyne, Mark Murphy, Craig Lee, Tony Pizarro, and Zach Michael and Ben Gear. It'll be a 25-lap dash to the finish. If there is not
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say a lap car is gonna determine who wins this race on this restart right here.
Scan the wall. Hit the wall again.
What spears that limb just snapped?
No, I think they're just gonna hold people up here.
He's Zach with the frickin' Heinlein on there.
Jesus, he's hauling.
He went all the way to the top.
Meanwhile, I'm stuck behind the 10-minute leader.
Wait, where did this come from?
Randomly.
I feel like I remember this car I had, the St. Louis Cardinals car, that I just never seemed to run. It's actually a decent scheme.
Was it painted a year that they won the series?
You'd have to be more specific than that.
1930.
It was painted in 2011, and then I guess I redid it in 12 on another template.
Did you say 11 and 12?
Does he have three fathers with the same name?
Gee, they might have won the World Series in 11.
She named the damn
Eye-bleeding Mountain Dew car.
Give it to Kevin for running in third.
It's a
pretty impressive.
This is a good for him. Good cue.
Do you believe in miracles?
Yes. This would be even bigger than that. It really would.
Do you believe in magic? No, the 26 and the 28, they just don't have the speed to run up there with the 2 and the 51. Somehow the 46 has the speed, but here comes the 12. He's gonna spoil all this shit.
He's gonna fuck up this whole race.
do that.
Miller
Kevin,
sliding
get on
back.
the top.
Kevin, get in the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
line. Damn it.
I've just confirmed the suspicion of mine that part of the base scheme for that Star Fox car was done in the in-game paint shop.
Oh no.
And saved on 4/2/2008. Which is weird that that's when that file was saved, since the original car file version I think is older, so something's weird with that date.
Ah yes, 2008, a much happier, simpler time, where everybody was losing their houses and their cars. And their jobs.
You mean like now?
Like
Yeah.
Abraham and Ganassi?
The difference was we weren't under a virus.
Yeah, it was called bad loans.
Virus is on top of us now, that's a shame.
Didn't Sadler literally sue for his ride back?
What?
08, 09?
And then in 2010, he almost died.
Yeah.
So maybe he didn't want to keep that right. I'm gonna get you guys.
Find a bunch of coincidence in 2011 I left for the Nationwide Series.
I'm gonna get you guys screenshots of these two cars.
It was cursed.
Well, Miller's holding these guys back. 12 is flying. Tony can get by Miller.
Yeah,
Sadler,
Carl Edwards,
you
Daniel
have
Suarez.
been saying that, but I don't think there's going to be enough laps left here.
I keep saying if he can start making passes, he'll win this race, but he just can't get around anybody.
Apparently Martin Truex Jr. has not been good in the 19 car either.
Compared to when he was in the 87.
Compared to when he
No.
was in the 78.
Oh yeah,
Zach
78.
Wow.
What a comeback day.
He's about to get a top 5, maybe.
I don't want to focus on me turning through the field again.
Come on, Zach.
Steven Spock, make your prediction.
Sputters out of gas and like 3 to go.
We have 7 laps to go.
I don't think the 51 can make the pass, but you know, I may be wrong. He may be saving. He may make a last lap ditch effort. I don't know, but the 20 is fucking flying.
Get wrecked.
God, this track is so broken.
It gives me an error when I close it.
I think the spirit of the driver has been broken.
I think Aaron Cummins is just trying to hold out for a little bit, see where he can pass.
Five laps to go.
He's getting ready to set up a pass on the outside.
Oh yeah, he's setting it up. He's just right on his tail. He's just riding right now. I think he's going to wait till maybe 2 to go.
Here's what's gonna happen. It's
Close
gonna be
maps, Mike.
This is gonna be an Arctic Daytona race where he never makes the move and roll up sick. No, after what he did,
He's falling back. That's not good.
He's falling back. You hit the wrong button.
I'm at the wrong track.
Jimmy,
That's what I need.
2 laps to go.
Jimmy,
Oh no!
Oh, that's over.
wow.
Damn!
Kevin, you're gonna come home third, aren't you?
Aaron Cummings just Mark Martin. He just said, I'm going to pull off a lap early here and just call it
Ampio!
Yeah, unless Zach dumps me.
Ampio is gonna win this race.
Watch him blow
Go!
on the back.
I'm sorry,
This
Kevin.
might have been the easiest win the 2 cars.
Ampio wins!
Are you like shitting
Wow.
yourself?
Hey, you just won a race. Next thing you know, Boston will win the series.
Oh!
That's a move.
Post-race contact.
Everyone's dying.
Out of curiosity, didn't Boston win the series in what 2004?
4, yes.
So yeah, they did that in N4, and it wasn't much longer after.
Final results. Jimmy Stevens Ampio is your winner. Second, dominator of the race, Zach Miller, recovered from a huge incident. Christian Torres third, Kevin Corbett fourth.
Gotta be a career best.
It is a career best if it's not at a super speedway. Fifth, Zach Michael.
What a comeback.
Holy shit. Good job. That's what wins championships. Sixth, Tony Pizarro. Seventh, Matt Raboyne. Eighth, Adam Krapser. Ninth, Craig Lee. 10th, Ben Gear. 11th, Mark Murphy. I think Lugster had a problem because he's not anywhere near here.
That's another guy we missed.
Aaron Cummings 12th, Johnny Reed Foley 13th, Dave Miller 14th, Ken Pettit 15th, then Scott Jackson, William Tex Perry, Alex Krapser, Philip Parker, the Arca-mobile, Diet Dr. Kelp 19th.
It's a good run for that Arca car.
Even after he got
Arca
wrecked by
car's
Butter.
showing very well today.
Mark Guthrie 20th. 21st, Scott Drake. 22nd, Lugster. So that's where he ended
What the
up.
fuck was that, Tim?
23rd, Jonathan Scravix. 24th, Dale Rosendahl. Alan Nesvetter 25th. Then Scott Deutsch, Jack Painter, Dan Johnston, Tony Long,
Tim, that
and
is
Bill
awful.
Wertheiser, the top 30.
Yes, I would say my Star Fox schemes look better now.
Randy Dobbins 31st, John Tharp 32nd, then Michael Henson, Dave Butterworth, Rob Scarberry, who might be in danger of being outside the top 35 after his horrible finish.
The only issue I seem to have with your Cardinals car is that the number is fucking weird.
In what way?
Too far forward.
You're too far forward, back up.
Teammates Dalton Lucas and John Batista, Brandon Rains, Tim McDonald 39th, Ryan Hoyser 40th, Rick Jackson 41st, and Matthew Dominique last, after not even completing a foot.
I think he might have got
Also,
this
this is a reminder of who didn't qualify today.
Fuck you, Steven Spears.
Congratulations to Jimmy Stevens on his first win since the 2016 Daytona 500.
Holy crap. It's been almost 5 years since Jimmy Stevens has won a race, and he does it
Fuck you, Steven Spears.
at Bristol
Fuck you, bitch.
Motor Speedway. Good job, and have a good night, people.
Like cats, fuck you.